Welcome, Coinaholics, to another treasure hunt video. In this particular episode, we are going to profile the 1946 Roosevelt dimes. Okay, more specifically, the number of doubled die coins, varieties, that you could find within this particular date. All right, the good news is we're only going to focus on one mint. All right, and that's the 1946 Philadelphia Roosevelt dime. Very common, very available in all grades. It's a cheap buy, even in the highest grades raw. And more than likely, if you're a silver bug like me and you like to just accumulate lots of raw silver coins, 90% material, more than likely, you might not be double checking to see if there's anything that's going to enhance the value of that coin. I'm happy to say that there are a few doubled dies that you need to know about. Okay, the main reason is just finding one at all could turn your otherwise scrap silver dime of $1.25 into $50, into $100. Or how about this? How about a coin that's worth upwards of $2,500, $3,000? If you have the right coin, I'm happy to say that you might have hit something really big. All right, so we're going to take a look at the major doubled dies for the Philadelphia minted 1946 Rosies. A quick little public service announcement. Today is Memorial Day. As you are watching this video, it could be any time of the year. But a real quick message for all the folks that have lost their life while serving. You are not forgotten. Rest in peace, my brothers and sisters, and thank you for serving your country. And another quick little thing, I gotta do my YouTube deal as always. Like, share the video if you enjoy today's content. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoy collecting money. Just finding the real value out of the very pocket change that you go through on a daily basis. This might be your spot. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for instant notifications. That way you get first-hand access to all of my newest uploads. You surely don't want to miss any of that. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the 1946 Philadelphia Roosevelt dime. We are just going to be profiling just straight up doubled dies, whether they're on the front of the coin or on the reverse. There's a lot to look forward here, okay? So, and generally, this is a coin that outside of, being the first date of Roosevelt dimes is generally overlooked for anything else. Maybe a San Francisco minted coin might come across that looks pretty good. Most people would save those. They are a little bit lower mintage, but be sure to double check your Philadelphia coins. Most of the value is wrapped up in this particular mint. So the 1946 Roosevelt dime, we're going to go ahead and start off with a little basic knowledge of this coin. This one right here is a coin that was designed by a gentleman by the name of John Sinnock, okay? This is a coin that even to this day still exists with the same design. The Roosevelt dime has never had an update in the design elements at all in the, 74 years. Did I get that right math-wise? 74 years of this dime's existence. All right, as of 1964, they transitioned from a 90% silver composition to what we know today as the copper-nickel clad alloy composition. Least loved, and that's probably why this series isn't as nearly as collected as some of the other denominations of U.S. coins. Now, for the 1946 Philadelphia minted coin, 255,250,000 pieces were produced. All right, so that's quite a bit for a first-year dated coin, okay? This coin was made and produced right after World War II, so there was heightened demand for more coins. This became one of those. Now, it had a tough act to follow. The Mercury dime series that preceded the Roosevelt dime was strictly just one of those most beautiful top 5 coin designs ever in U.S. coins. So the Roosevelt dime over the years have lost favor, even during the age of silver, like the 50s and 60s. People just weren't hoarding these as much as they were 20 years prior. All right, so there are 6 major doubled dies that you need to know about. Unfortunately, I only have data on a few of them because the others are extremely rare, and that's why there needs to be more spotlight on those particular coins. And I could lead you guys to the right websites if you need to look at photo references. Okay, they'll work out great. But every single one of the coins I'm going to talk about are cherry picker's guide varieties. In hindsight, there are even more varieties above and beyond these major ones that you probably want to know about. So the first one that we have is the doubled die obverse FS102. And the coin you've been staring at for about the last 2 minutes is the doubled die obverse FS102. Okay, so the FS102 is a catalog number in the cherry picker's guide. The FS stands for Favaz Stanton, the two gentlemen that put together the Cherry Picker's Guide book for Whitman Publishing. Now, what exactly are we going to be looking for the FS102 doubled die obverse? Here we go. So most of your main features that you're going to pay attention to, keep in mind, I'm going to use this disclaimer as always. If you want to hunt out some of these varieties, these are not coins that you could simply pick up in your hand and notice something about it. Okay, you need to get in close. I always recommend a magnifier of power 8 to 10 times. Anything stronger than that would be way too excessive, but you do need a magnifier. If you need one, I have some really nice quality, affordable magnifiers for sale down below in the description box under the video. I have some Amazon links. Go ahead and click in any one of them. I have a couple magnifiers for you to choose from link-wise. Go ahead and look for those. And get yourself a really nice, affordable magnifier. Okay, it's going to run you about 8 to 10 bucks, but it's going to be the best tool that you'll ever own. So this one right here, the main points of focus is going to be in the word trust. All right, you can see this pretty good spread here on the U, the S, the T. There's some notching here. You can see a separation line on all of these devices. The bottom of the E in we is fantastic, but the motto, "In God We Trust," is going to feature the strongest doubling. Again, you can't see this with the naked eye. You need to get under a magnifier, but this is a really incredible coin. So as far as grades are concerned, okay, we're going to use PCGS as kind of the example for third-party authentication. This is a coin right here in which in mint state grades, so anywhere from mint state 60 to about 65, these are coins that are worth about $50 to $100. $100, of course, is more on the upper end of the grading scale, but this is a coin, if you could take fantastic photos, you could sell this raw for that kind of like dollar amount range, $50 to $100. Grading wise, none of these exist in full bands. All right, so that's another opportunity. If you could find one with full bands on the reverse torch, then you have a coin that's worth much more. All right, so this is the FS102. I think out of the few that I have for you, this is the least spectacular, but do not discount this coin. It is worth a lot more. If you're able to find one, again, in your scrap silver, you would have essentially made 50 times your money on that coin that otherwise you paid for, you know, $1.25 for. All right, so the next one that we have here, this one is incredible. This is the doubled die obverse FS103. So this is the third most relevant doubled die obverse of the group. This particular one is what they call a class 5 doubled die, just based on the spread. Now this one right here, this is a much more valuable coin. So what exactly are we looking for the 103? All right, so as you can see, there's a lot more to see on this particular doubled die. There's a lot more spread. You see that it even involves the date quite a bit. You can see the separation line on all the doubled devices right here on every single digit of the date. It's incredible. Even the JS initials have pretty nice spread of doubling on there. And of course, in God We Trust. You're going to look at this as well. It's very strong. Now, the moment you get this one under a magnifier, it's really easy to see just how strong and how relevant this doubled die really is. Now, the Roosevelt dime is a small coin to begin with, so obviously you're going to need a little bit of help in identifying these particular doubled dies. So as far as grading information, the top grade for this coin is Mint State 65 full bands, in which 5 coins were graded at this level. This is a coin in Mint State grades from 60 to 65 is worth from $100 to $350 and up. Now, if one comes out at a much higher grade, then you have a coin that's worth a lot more. So keep an eye out for the FS 103 doubled die offers. All right, and then the final one of the doubled die offers, major varieties, is going to be the FS 104. This is out of the 4, okay, and in case you haven't figured it out, the FS 101 was never talked about on the list. I'm going to get to that here in a second. But the FS 104 doubled die offers is the most valuable out of the 3 that I showed in this video. There is only one known with full bands. This is an incredible coin. So how strong are we talking about as far as the doubling on this coin? Again, we're going to go ahead and look at the motto, "In God We Trust." The designer initials look really crazy. And the date. There is lots of spread here. "In God We Trust" is probably the most radical doubling that you'll ever see out of the 3. Just look at it. The devices are extra thick. You have separation lines. You have plenty of notching on the serifs, and just below the areas in which there's a tip to these letters. And then the date, incredible. Okay, this one is really easy to spot once you get it under a magnifier. Now, what are we talking about as far as money? Okay, how much can we expect to sell a coin like this for? Well, since most of them come up in Mint State grades, this is a coin that could sell for between $150 to $1,200. Okay, and keep in mind, the top grade for this coin is Mint State 66 through PCGS, in which only one example graded out at that level. And that's the one coin that's worth $1,200. It's a lot of money. And again, these coins are commonly overlooked. Between all these silver investment transactions, I tell you what, you're leaving a whole bunch on the table if you do not go through your dimes, your quarters, your half dollars. There are a ton of varieties, ladies and gentlemen, to look for. Now, as you guys know, I did not talk about the FS 101. This is actually a very unique doubled die, all right? And I don't have any images of it. You know why? Because it is extremely rare. And I mean, there's very few images, if any, of the FS 101 doubled die obverse, doubled die reverse. It's also a DDR also. It's crazy. So it's like a dual variety type coin. It's phenomenal. There have been 3 total pieces graded by PCGS, but alas, there are no photo references that I could use to highlight the FS 101, but definitely keep an eye out for that one. And I'll talk about a website that you can go to look at images of that particular variety. And then finally, we have 2 double die reverses. Again, both of them are extremely rare. There are no known graded examples of the FS 801 double die reverse. You're going to have a hard time trying to find that, but it's a really nice fully featured doubled die. It even features doubled torch on there. So you'll see the little flame licks doubled on that coin. It's incredible. And then the FS 802 double die reverse is also equally as rare. One known example graded by PCGS as an AU50. No Mint State grades are known to exist as of now. And there's no price guide value on any of the 3 coins that I talked about that I don't have photo references of. So that's important. Those coins can be worth many thousands of dollars. All right, so as far as grades, your coins will always be worth the most when it's graded, okay? Irrespective to what the actual number grade is, because I know there's a lot of emphasis on what the top grade is as far as value. It doesn't even need to hit that, okay? The coin that you see on screen is only a Mint State 63 full bands, but it's also attributed double die obverse FS 104. All right, so this coin right here, obviously you want to try and get graded. You're going to make the most amount of money by authenticating it first and then going ahead and selling it on the secondary market by any means that you like. And that's the big reason why that you want to grade these coins. Now, if you have a coin that is in a little lesser condition, like an XF or maybe an AU, then, take pictures of it raw, go ahead and post it on eBay, and make quite a bit of money. Okay, do a buy it now type listing, and you'll be just fine. Now, one last thing I wanted to talk about before we jump off. I know I've rambled on plenty enough on the 1946 doubled die, and I hope I didn't lose a lot of you. Okay, that's important. If you need more information on any of the coins I talked about, check out PCGS's website. All the credit goes in the world to PCGS for the true view images of each one of the coins I talked about in this video. They are instrumental in providing all of the public accessible references, all right, and even more photos that you can find on there of some of the other double dies in the Roosevelt dime series. In addition, check out doubleddie.com. That's John Wexler's website. If you need to look at some of the other notable doubled dies that I didn't talk about, there are dozens more to look at on that website, and the photo references are second to none on Mr. Wexler's website. So anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys got a little bit of an itch. You're like, man, I'm going to go through my silver and see what I could find for 1946. Again, money to be made here, folks, okay, during a time in which the extra few bucks certainly will go a long way. I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. As always, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for instant notifications. And as always, Coinaholics, we are discovering together. You guys take care. Enjoy the hunt, enjoy the hobby, and I will see you on the next coin video. Take care.